It's not a boat, it's a yacht.
Yeah, get that shit straight. I've honestly never been on a yacht. I've been on, some miscellaneous boats. Was on a ferry a couple times, but he never called me back. Let's see. I'm just kidding. Somebody's like, you can't say that. That's disgusting and wrong. So wrong. I'm kidding. Christ, get over it. Yeah, I've never been on a yacht. I don't know if I'll ever be on a yacht. I would put money on going from now to the rest of my life. I'll never be on a yacht. I won't. So that way I don't have to, probably because I'm the guy that would say, oh, it's a boat.
It's not a boat, it's a yacht.
It's not a boat. It's not a gosh darn boat. I bring this up because right as I'm about to hit record, this story just came out. Apparently, a brand new $1 million luxury yacht tipped over and sunk just 15 minutes after launching. That's terrible. Where did this happen? This just came out. It's over in Turkey. Come on. It was only $1 million yacht. That's why. You put, like, say, a $5 million yacht, I really doubt it's going to sink. I'm just saying, you get what you pay for. Only $1 million. Jesus Christ. You're probably still mad about the ferry joke, aren't you? I don't know if I could go beyond this point, Duff. Oh. Apparently you're cold. Anyway, yeah. Imagine spending that kind of money, that kind of time, effort into getting a yacht built. You go to launch it. Everything seems fine. And then it sinks 15 minutes later. And you, as the owner and also the crew, the captain, have to jump ship, and the Coast Guard has to rush in. As of right now, they don't know what caused it, but I'm sure as time goes on here within a week or so, they should have that information. But geez, I hope that guy has some insurance, right? Could you imagine? It'll be fine. What are the chances that it sinks? We'll get insurance next week, honey. Oh, ooh. Somebody just shit away $1 million. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'd ever want to buy a yacht. Let's say I have $1 million just to poo away. Would you, if you just had disposable income? I don't know. Maybe I'll just go buy a yacht. Would you want to buy one? I have a fear of open water. Don't feel like I want to, take on Mother Nature. And then if I get capsized again, I don't want to be in the water with a million things in there that want to eat me, that are going to mistake me for lunch. So don't need to go through that. So yeah, don't plan on buying a yacht. Gosh. Anyway, we have some audio of the distress call. Shut up. Don't get ahead of me. Do not get ahead of me. Okay? I have the audio of when they were calling out that they were sinking. They're sinking, and this is the response from the Coast Guard.
What are you thinking about?
Learn English, German guy. What are you thinking about? That's from an iconic German commercial teaching, telling the German community to learn English. He's all, hello, this is the coast. Is this the Coast Guard? We're sinking. We're sinking. And he's all, hello. And then they're like, yes, we're sinking. We're sinking. We're sinking. And then he finishes with,
what are you thinking about?
That's good stuff. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. Great show coming your way. I say it every day, but let's be honest. It's true. It's true. I'm just spitting facts. We got an amazing show. Wow. We got Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers. Blowing my mind. I had no idea they didn't love trees. Trust me, this is the #1 trending topic in the United States, if not on the planet right now. we're going to get into that. I'm not really offended by it, but it's some people are mad about it. Some people are mad. Autonomous, driverless cars. I want to say autonomous. That sounds right. Ride service, Waymo, is coming to Denver, Colorado. Is that going to kind of freak you out if you live in the metro area? I know there's places in San Francisco, or I guess San Francisco, Los Angeles, Phoenix, Atlanta, and Austin already have it going. So if you're in those areas, I know I got a couple listeners in Phoenix, L.A., and probably Austin as well. But let me know, what are your thoughts on Waymo, the driverless cars? And they're like Uber, just without a driver. Let me know. I'm curious of how that's going to work, especially because of Colorado weather and shitty Colorado drivers at times. They're the transplants. That's what we say here in Colorado. If you're a shitty driver, they must be from California. Because God forbid that a homegrown Colorado person drives like shit. Doesn't happen, guys. It doesn't. And coming up first here in a minute, a woman in Japan lost millions of yen to an astronaut. We'll get into that. But first, hit that follow button if you're on, say, Spotify or wherever you're consuming this. Just follow it or subscribe to it, whatever their platform suggests. And then also enable the notifications. Every time there's a new episode, you're going to get notified, and then you can consume the episode at your leisure. So make sure you do that. Remember, today's show is presented to you by the Kirkwall Group, as well as ZipRecruiter. And I forgot to pull up the ZipRecruiter copy. It would be great if I did this ahead of time, but I forgot. I was just so sidetracked about the yacht. Listen, the yacht just blew me over. Like the yacht did. Okay. It's all full circle now. But guys, I've been telling you for quite some time that back in the day, I used to be the person in charge. Flawless. I used to be the person in charge of hiring when I was in restaurants, and helped out with the radio side of it too. And it was nice because you met a lot of people, and a lot of people that you're like, oh, maybe this person would be the right fit. But the problem is, before you get to the point of actually hiring somebody, you got to sift through just way too many resumes, and you're trying to get the right fit for the job. And it was once you're done, hopefully you got the right person, but there was times where you're sitting there going, this isn't working at all. We're getting a bunch of people that don't fit. Well, the future of hiring looks so much brighter now because ZipRecruiter's latest tools and features help speed up finding the right people for your roles and are going to save you valuable time. Right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/audio. Again, ZipRecruiter.com/audio. Now, with ZipRecruiter's new advances, you can easily find and connect with qualified candidates in just minutes. So you can see a candidate you're really interested in. Okay, well, you can unlock their contact info instantly. And here's what's cool, too. They got over 320,000 new resumes added to ZipRecruiter every single month, which means you can reach more potential hires and fill those roles a lot sooner. So check them out, ZipRecruiter. Save time hiring. That's what everybody's doing. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And if you go to ZipRecruiter.com/audio right now, you can try it for free. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/audio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And speaking of smart, let's go ahead and do it. Let's jump into headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
So a woman in Japan lost millions of yen, which translates to just around $6.7 thousand US, after being conned by a man claiming to be an astronaut. Boy, we see this a lot. And I guess she's elderly. And what a dick you have to be to just con anybody, but especially older people. Apparently, the guy, because they're chatting via email and online, a whole bunch of different ways, but never over the phone, from what I read. He told her he was in space on a spaceship right now. Sorry. She's old, so that's her excuse. But boy, if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, shit, 60s, you shouldn't be falling for this shit. And he added he was under attack and needed oxygen. Fuck's he? Oh, I'm just typing away. Oh man, we're under attack. I need LOL oxygen. It's so stupid. He then urged her to pay him online to help him buy oxygen, which she did. Boy, this guy needs to go into writing novels or something like that. If you can sell that, boy, just go into sales. If you can sell that, I'm in space. I need to buy some oxygen because I'm under attack. I'm guessing by aliens or something like that. Why don't you go ahead and send me some money? Open up that checkbook. That's amazing. I would love to hear that pitch. Right? I don't have any way to sell it to you now because I'm just sitting there thinking I can't even wrap my brain around how you convince somebody that's going on. I especially to write it out. Well, off the top of my head, I'm just thinking, please, Betsy, you gotta send me $6,000 right now. Oxygen's expensive up here. Obviously, we're in the vacuum of space. LOL. He just probably does LOL just to make her feel young. Okay, I get it. It's that attachment thing you salespeople do. I'm not a good salesman. I'm terrible at it. But I get it. I can kind of follow. And he's like, oh, I need that money. LOL. ASAP, please, before I suffocate due to the lack of oxygen. And like I said before, boy, there's a lot of things you can get up here in space. Oxygen, not one of them. And she's like, oh my goodness gracious. How do I do it? How do I send it? Give me your credit card info. Jesus. And then I'm going to go to the oxygen store just right next to the moon. You can't see it. You can't see it. It's on the dark side, right on the edge of the dark side of the moon. There's a giant crater there. It looks like a filling station for petrol or gas, however you say it, depending on where you're at from down there on Earth. Okay. And then I go over there and type in your information. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. I'm going to get oxygen. And then I'm going to go back and fight these people thanks to you. And we're going to win. And guess what, Betsy? You just saved the human race. Oh, this is wonderful. How the hell does he sell this? This is absurd. I want to hear some sales pitches on that. It's sad. Obviously, I'm joking, but holy crap. Could you imagine if that was your grandma or your aunt or your sister or something like that, or just any sibling? I guess it doesn't have to be a female side of it. Anybody gets scammed by this? They're telling the story like, oh yeah, he needed money because he was running out of oxygen up in space and he was fighting some bad guys. You'd just be looking at it and be like, do we share the same DNA? Do we? Oh my God. Damn it. Damn it. I'm related to this moron. The shit. I'd be mad. Be mad. Be like, fuck, man. Can you just cash out your will now so you don't squander away all the finances you have hidden away to some dipshit that's pretending to be in space fighting aliens and is desperate need of oxygen? Please, for the love of God. My God, he got beat with a stupid stick. I'm sorry, I get it. You're old, you're desperate for connection with somebody, but holy crap. Holy crap. Listen, guys, I'm crossing lines today, I guess. I said the joke at the beginning. Some of you are still mad. Still mad. And now I'm making fun of a senile old lady that gave money to a fake astronaut in space. Yeah, that's what kind of show it is today. You're welcome. Well, I teased it at the beginning. Google's autonomous ride service, Waymo, is coming to Denver. They announced that yesterday. They didn't give an official date, but I know the mayor of Denver and Governor Polis of Colorado, they're opening it with welcome, with open arms, obviously, because they're going to generate some, money for the city and the state. I don't. I listen. I was telling you they're currently in San Francisco, L.A., Phoenix, Atlanta, Austin. I thought I read somewhere that they're in Michigan, or at least some form of this. Maybe not the same company as up in Michigan that has worse weather conditions than Colorado does. It snows up there. It stays for longer. It snows out here. It could snow. I have that famous video that was used by the Weather Channel, has a couple million views on TikTok, where it snows. It's like a buttload of snow in the morning by, like, say 8 o'clock, and by 1 p.m. it's dry as a bone. That's Colorado for you. So I'm curious of how these vehicles will interact with the Colorado climate. Also, I just get nervous with AI or just anything that doesn't have a human operator at the helm driving around in a vehicle that can easily destroy somebody. I guess they have a pretty good safety record, but I don't know. It still bugs me. It still makes me nervous. I'm just not there yet. I don't know how I'd feel if I got a car service and I get in and there's nobody in there, and all of a sudden the thing just starts driving. I feel like I am in some terrible sci-fi movie. Listen, eventually that's the way things are going to be. If you're an Uber driver, you start looking for your next gig, because once this stuff really starts rolling, that's where companies are going to start leaning towards. Vehicles they don't have to deal with picky ass drivers that don't want to go pick up a potential client because they want to go home to their stupid kid's birthday party and celebrate with them. These these AIs, they don't have kids. They don't have to worry about that shit. You tell me, are you interested in it? Does it bother you? Does it not? I don't know anybody, I don't think, that has ever ridden in one. I'm curious. Does it shock you? Listen, you don't hear much about any issues with it. I think it was in Phoenix last year. There was one of these vehicles that got confused by traffic detours and was going the wrong direction or something like that. Other than that, which they're constantly updating this stuff, updating the software, but it still freaks me out. But I don't want to. And some people might be going, well, okay, old guy, you're just not ready to jump on the advancements of technology. Go back to your boomer ways. First of all, not a boomer. Eat a dick. Second of all, I don't want to be the dipshit that is always just jumping because it's a brand new technology and be like, let's just embrace it. That's how you get killed by AI. I'm just saying, talk to Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Okay. Terminator knows these things. That's true. I do know these things. Do not get in the car. It might break you. Wait, that's Ivan Draco. I must break you. Anyway, get to the chopper. Your clothes, give them to me now. Why? I'm just going on in the car to my home from the airport. Your clothes, give them to me now. Well, apparently, if you get into these driverless vehicles, you got to take your clothes off. I think you got in the wrong car, Scott. Anyway, I went down a weird path, and you were with me. So there we go. There we go. Anyway. Guys, we got more coming your way. But first, if you're running a business and you need help with the back of the house, you're going to need someone with experience and is trustworthy. You need the Kirkwall Group. They got over 30 years of experience. Richard and the Kirkwall Group, they understand that you and your business, you deserve someone who's efficient, timely, accurate, cost effective, and focused on your success and is working to save you money. Those things I can get behind. I like that. Kirkwall Group can help you with your bookkeeping, accounting management services, like CFO, controller, accounting manager, projects, and support, as well as tax planning, preparation, income, property tax, sales, and use tax. Go to kirkwallgroup.net right now. Again, kirkwallgroup.net. See everything they can do for you and your business. And when you're there, sign up for a free 30-minute consultation. It's Kirkwall Group. Again, kirkwallgroup.net. Kirkwall Group, we count what counts for you. And what we need to do right now is jump into sports.
He's walked the hallowed grounds of Folsom Field, Coors Field, and Mile High Stadium.
He runs to the 50. He runs to the 40. The guy is drunk, but there he goes.
It's time for sports with DeHuff.
Like I said earlier, the number one trending topic right now in the United States, possibly the planet, Kawhi Leonard and the L.A. Clippers owner Steve Ballmer just got outed by podcaster Pablo Torre. I think he's a lawyer or something like that, or at least has lawyer friends. Either way, he did a lot of freaking research, and he actually tracked down some insiders from a company that Kawhi Leonard was supposed to be endorsing, a charity thing. And this is what the insider told him.
I was told, oh, these are the major contracts and the major players you really need to be aware of. And we went through a litany of, really, really top tier name contracts. And then, oh, by the way, we also have a marketing deal with Kawhi Leonard, a $28 million organic marketing sponsorship deal with Kawhi. And that if I had any questions about it, essentially don't, because it was to circumvent the salary cap, LOL. There was lots of LOL when things were shared.
Did you ever see proof of Kawhi Leonard marketing or endorsing Aspiration in any way?
Never, not once. The single largest payment to an individual for marketing that Aspiration ever made has completely evaded all press. It's honestly incredible. Nothing. He didn't have to do anything.
In other words, Kawhi Leonard got from Aspiration a $28 million no-show job.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm honestly so jealous. So jealous. I mean, he's got the dream. It's within my beliefs to be paid $28 million and do absolutely all as well.
The Clippers, however, provided a statement on behalf of the organization and owner Steve Ballmer, which reads in part, quote, "Neither Mr. Ballmer nor the Clippers circumvented the salary cap or engaged in any misconduct related to Aspiration. Any contrary assertion is provably false." End quote.
Interesting. Okay, so basically what they did, the Clippers did, in order to make Kawhi happy and stay with the Clippers or join the Clippers, was to give him extra money that didn't go against the salary cap. Okay. I mean, Aspiration is the charity. It's a tree planting thing. $28 million. He had to do nothing. He literally did nothing. They're talking about how they were searching to see, well, where do they even mention him ever as being a part of it? No, they didn't. Not until now. Now it's just going to be everywhere, those two things combined. But Kawhi Leonard and Aspiration, this charity, they to the public, nobody knew that they were joined. Behind the scenes, and according to Kawhi's bank account, yeah, they were partnered up. and literally was a no-show job. Didn't have to do shit. Here's what's stupid about that. Steve Ballmer, the owner of the Clippers, just make them show up a couple times. Then you don't have this mess. I mean, that's pretty stupid. For a CYA type of situation, cover your ass. Just at least have them show up to a few things. Hey, Kawhi, you enjoying that fat paycheck, extra paycheck we're giving you? Okay. Right. Here you go. Show up. Dig a hole. Walk away. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I'm asking from you. In all honesty, I imagine there's a lot of mixed reactions around the NBA and sports in general. There's going to be a few owners, few franchises that are going, oh, shit, we're in trouble because maybe they're doing the same thing. Then there's going to be a few others that are going, oh, shit, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Oh, that's how we could have beat the Cap. Oh, my goodness. It's pretty freaking creative. Am I upset that they did it? No, not at all. In all honesty, if this came out that the Denver Nuggets were doing something similar to that with Jokic or something like that, I'd be fine with it.
Well, you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Right. If you're not cheating, are you really trying that hard? I'm sure if you took a fine-tooth comb to every sports franchise, just in the United States, you'd find dirt in just about every single one of them. There might be an exception here or there, but I think this is not like, oh my God, the Clippers, you cheating sons of bitches. No. Just about every franchise has some sort of dirt. And if I'm a Clippers fan, I'm like, well, good for the Clippers. Doing whatever it takes to get things going. I know that's not going to be the popular choice, but I get it. That being said, how's that charity going under? I believe they're in some major issues right now because they were hemorrhaging money. Wonder why. I don't like that it was using a charitable thing to do it, but I'm sure there's other ways you could bypass it. Right? I mean, just have them, like, if you own, let's say you own the Denver Broncos and you go, oh man, I'd really like to get Bo Nix some extra money. How do I do that? Well, I don't want to get a charity involved. That's scummy. What if there's that Jamba Juice that we own down over blah, blah, blah over here? Okay, we'll put them on payroll. Give them we'll throw them an extra couple mil courtesy of that. We'll just put them on the payroll. Sure. That's really cooking the books. If you were able to do that, that probably wouldn't work. But you see what I'm saying? There's other ways you could do it. Probably not a Jamba Juice, but maybe if you owned another big company, you could just have that individual as an advisor to something, and that way you could justify the cost. I'm sure there's other ways to do it instead of involving a charity. That's where they screwed up. And now there's going to be a whole bunch of, fraud allegations and whatnot. And Listen, in the middle of it, in a weird way, the victim is Kawhi Leonard, in being that somebody comes up to you and says, listen, I'm going to pay you $28 million. You got to do nothing. You just do whatever you normally do on a regular basis. I'm not going to have you show up anywhere. I'm not going to make you dig a hole and slap a tree in the middle of it. I'm not going to have you do that. You just do you. Are you going to turn that down? Especially if it's somebody on the up and up and they're like, listen, you're not going to get in trouble for this. If anything, I get in trouble. Are you going to say no to that? Bullshit if you say, yeah, I won't because I got integrity. Bullshit. Somebody throws $28 million in your nose, you're just going to be like, okay. Can we get that in paper that that somehow that I'm not going to get in trouble? And then then I'd move forward. I'd get a lawyer and have them look over it, be like, just to make sure, because I really want the money. And by the way, you guys are paying for this lawyer, right? But I can't imagine saying no to that. So I can't be mad at Kawhi, because anybody in that situation is going to do the same thing. Same freaking thing. Man, that is still like the red hot. It's that and Epstein files. The Epstein files are apparently they released like, say, 33,000, let's see, files or pages. And now there's a whole bunch of people speaking out on that. So it's going to be very interesting. I don't want to get into that. That's just such a dirty thing. I don't know really much about it, but I am going to pay attention to it. I know that for the longest time, everybody's just like, I want to see whose name's on the Epstein list. Here's the thing. There was a bunch of victims. That's what I think a lot of people have forgotten is as much as we want to joke about the quote unquote Epstein files, the Epstein list, whatever, you're forgetting about all those victims. And that's what's sad. And not to really put a downer on today's show, but that's just something that, okay, let's not forget about that type of stuff. Anyway, yeah, Kawhi Leonard, good for you, buddy. Good for you. I'm perfectly fine with Kawhi Leonard taking that money. I'm not too upset with the Clippers. Right? I mean, if I found out my favorite teams were doing something like that, I'd be like, okay. Especially if we were contenders. I mean, there was something that happened. I can't remember what it was with the Broncos when they won their first Super Bowl. There was some salary cap manipulation. Every franchise does it. And if you want to throw that back into your rival's face, well, at least we didn't get caught doing this. Well, yeah, maybe you didn't get caught, but I guarantee you probably have at some point in your franchise's history. They've done it. Whether it works out for them and they benefit from it by getting a championship or close to a championship, that's the thing that we don't know. But I don't see what the big deal is, unless it hurt people. And obviously, this is very new. It's gonna, more information's gonna come out, spill out. More people are gonna start talking anonymously. Like we had that one, like I said, courtesy of Pablo Torre. Is it Torre? Did a fantastic job digging into this. But more people are gonna come out, and more information is gonna be released, and then we're gonna be like, wow, this is, it's pretty. If nobody gets hurt, I don't see what the big deal is. If it's Steve Ballmer's money, then I'm fine with it. If he's taking money away from charity and other away from things that deserve it and need it, then I kind of have a problem with it. We'll see. We'll see what unfolds. But as of right now, I'm more on Kawhi's side. A little hesitant with Ballmer and the Clippers, but ultimately, hey, you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, is you? Guys, we learned so much today. If you have a $1 million yacht, okay, just be careful. Just be careful. Maybe spend the extra $5 million and get a bigger boat.
It's not a boat, it's a yacht.
Sorry, my bad. Get a bigger yacht, right? And if you find out grandma is corresponding with somebody that claims to be in space, unplug her computer. Okay? You're saving her, finances that later will go to you. Think of it that way. If you want to be selfish about it, or how about this? You don't get grandma scammed. And use that money that she was going to spend on some anonymous, scammer that's claiming to be an astronaut in deep need of oxygen. I just need your credit card to save my life and everybody on the planet's life. It's probably going to be about $6,000. If she's doing that, just replace that with a male prostitute, or at least maybe she's into ladies, and that's fine. Female prostitute, a working person. Okay, that's all I'm saying. And hey, Denver, be ready, because we're gonna have driverless vehicles for somewhere like within the next year or so. Coming to Denver. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like it. Anyway, but I do like you guys. I do. Look at me. I'm getting all funny feelings in my tummy. Anyway, you guys are amazing. Thanks for enjoying the show. If you didn't enjoy it, fuck off. Okay? Eat a dick. Yeah, a bag of dicks. Sorry. My apologies. You want to get full on that. Anyway, thanks for supporting the show. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks to Kirkwall Group. Check them out at kirkwallgroup.net. And trust me, when you interact with Richard, you're going to see why that we teamed up. He's a good human being, and Kirkwall Group does a great job. Also, big thanks to ZipRecruiter. Go to ziprecruiter.com/audio, and you can get that free membership so you can start finding those great employees for your business. Trust me, you're going to love it. It's DeHuff Uncensored. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time.